Welcome to our Pregnancy Care Cook With Us virtual event. This is a first time for all of us. My name's Ian Hartley. I'm the board chair for Pregnancy Care, and I'm just delighted that you can be with us today, huddled around your device, and you're going to be cooking up a storm under the direction of Jackie Woodward from Beau's Restaurant and Grill. So happy to have you here.
Thanks for
Jackie.
having me. I'm super excited.
And I also want to introduce Lisa Smith to you. Lisa is our Executive Director at Pregnancy Care, and she knows more about pregnancy care than she even knows herself. Just fantastic how much she knows about that, and she's going to be directing us through our experience today. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Ian, and welcome, Jackie.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Jackie, you're the head chef at Beau's Bar and Grill.
Yes.
Tell us how long you've been there.
I've been there for going to be 16 years this week, actually.
Well,
So,
congratulations.
yeah.
That's
Thank you.
great.
Yeah. We've had some big changes in the 16 years I've been there. A couple owners and lots of renovations, and it's home to me, so it's awesome.
So, what are you going to cook for us today?
Well, today we're going to start with a cherry tomato and couscous salad. It has a lot of ingredients, but it's not scary.
Sounds
So,
good.
I've just started the couscous here. Couscous is super easy to cook. You just boil some water, throw in some salt, dump your couscous in, and basically turn it off and just let it soak up the water. So we'll just let that finish seeping there. So the ingredients for this is the couscous. It's going to have some cherry tomatoes. And there's also some cooked cherry tomatoes and cooked roasted chickpeas, which I have in the oven. Those are super simple to do. You just open your can of chickpeas, drain them, throw them in a bowl, throw some cherry tomatoes in, a little bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper, some garlic onto a sheet pan in the oven for about half an hour, and they'll just heat up and get yummy, and then that will go in at the very end. There's some cucumber, fresh herbs, dressing super easy. It's just olive oil and lemon juice. It's a nice light, refreshing salad for summer, really. So we'll just get chopping some vegetables here.
While you're chopping the
Yes.
vegetables, where does couscous come from?
Couscous is predominantly Northern Africa and the Middle East. There's a couple different varieties. There's one, it's called the Israeli couscous. Essentially is the same thing, it's just a larger kernel. And it's durum wheat. It's just kernels of durum wheat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
I
it's-
thought it was some exotic grain.
No, it's just wheat.
Huh.
Yeah. It does sound quite exotic. The joke is, you know why they call it couscous?
Do I want to know?
It's so good they had to name it twice.
Yeah.
Now, if you had somebody with a wheat allergy, Jackie, is there something that they could substitute to make a similar salad?
You know what? A lovely substitute would be rice. You could just use any, a basmati, a jasmine. Wild rice would be very tasty in this, actually.
Yeah.
And you would just cook your rice according to the directions on the package, and just sub that right out for the couscous, and then you would be gluten free. So
Sounds great.
yeah, and then we're just gonna put a little tomatoes in there, get some herbs working.
So, what have you got there?
This is fresh thyme, and easiest way to do this is you just hold your thyme and you just pull it off, pull the little leaves off. You don't have to chop it. Smells delightful.
It sure does.
All right, so we're just gonna chiffon on. There's some fancy words for you. All chiffon on means is you're just gonna slice your basil nice and thin.
Really?
Yeah. So you're just gonna take your basil, take a couple leaves and roll it all up. Do a little.
So I've never met a chef that didn't have all 10 fingers.
I must be a great chef then. And you're just gonna slice. And you know, if it's not as thin as mine, it is not the end of the world. It doesn't make it taste any different. Just makes it look pretty. If you don't even want to use a knife, you can just rip it up and put it in the bowl.
Lisa, that really makes me nervous watching Jackie cut so close to her fingers.
Yes, there's definitely challenges there sometimes.
So I know we're actually in one of the suites here at the Pregnancy Care Center, and it's amazing. What is the difference between this suite and some of the other facilities you have in the building?
That's a great question, Jackie. So yes, this is phase 2 of our maternity home program in Red Deer, and we also have phase 1, of course. And so that's where the moms start when they come in. So we want them to come in as early in their pregnancy as possible and stay in that suite or in phase 1 in their own bedroom, in their own bathroom, and they share the living room and kitchen space with each other.
Yeah.
So there's room for 4 ladies to be in there at the same time, and it's staffed 24/7.
Oh,
So in that program, they learn how to cook together, how to meal prep and budget, how to grocery shop, all of those kind of basic life skills that some of these young women and older women don't have yet. And then once the baby's born, we can help them with parenting and just the adjustment of being a new mom.
yes. That's awesome.
That side is also staffed 24 hours a day.
Wow.
I think I mentioned that. So
Yep.
then they can call on that staff in the middle of the night if they need to. If they're having challenges or problems with baby or not feeling well, there's always somebody there that can help.
That's nice. That's awesome.
How do you qualify to move to phase 2?
Well, once baby's about 6 months old and the mums are feeling comfortable and ready to be a little bit more independent, then we move them across the hall into one of 7 phase 2 suites that look similar to this. Gives them more independence. They have their own kitchen then, so they're responsible for their own meals and grocery shopping and things like that.
Is there still support for them in phase 2? Obviously not 24/7, but there's always someone available to answer questions and give them a hand.
Absolutely. So we're very goal-based, and so when they start in phase 1, once they've had time to settle and get used to being in the home, we want to start talking to them about their future. And do they want to go back to school and maybe complete a grade 12 diploma? Do they want to look at some post-secondary training? Or maybe they're already working. And so that can be an option as well. And so that whole goal setting just continues as they go, as they develop their skills and learn how to be independent out in the community.
Nice. All right.
So how many moms and, well, we've got 7 plus 4, that's 11 spaces.
That's right. When we're full to the top, we've got 11 altogether. So that's
Wow.
actually 22 if all of the babies have arrived as well.
Yes. Yes.
So we opened phase 1 in 2016, and phase 2 opened in 2018 after we did an additional construction and added to the building. So we've had over 60 moms and babies in the program so far. And of course, quality is really important to us. So we want them to stay as long as they need to. Some of them will stay up to 3 years. And right now our average is about 18 months to 2 years that our moms are staying with us until they're ready to move out on their own.
That's just amazing. Just
Good.
amazing.
Let's get to something very important. What are you cooking up today?
Well, we're going to continue with our couscous salad. Basically, everything's ready from the chopping. We're just going to grab our couscous with some cooling.
Now, you know, this is a strange thing to me when I go out to eat. My wife wants to get a salad. Now, I'm talking about the real food.
Oh, well, we're going to do some spinach and feta stuffed chicken breasts, some bacon wrapped corn on the cob, and some roasted spiced sweet potatoes for the main course. And for dessert, we're gonna do some grilled pineapple sundaes.
I'm getting happier and happier.
Perfect. I don't want any unhappy customers today.
So is this meal one of your favorites at Beau's?
No, this is actually not on the menu at Beau's. This is one of my favorite at home, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is special treatment.
Special treatment. My husband and I do quite a bit of camping. We actually do this one camping quite a bit. A little bit different cooking structure because I like to cook over the fire, the campfire, and so it's very versatile. You know how you can do things. And
Your husband is a chef too?
no, he's a landscaper. Once your couscous is cooled, you're gonna just throw in your chopped tomatoes and your cucumbers and all your herbs, and you're just gonna give it a quick stir. And then, like I said earlier, the dressing is just super simple. We're just gonna take a lemon. So the easiest way to juice a lemon, roll it around, bash it, give it a cut, and then you're just gonna hold your hand and squeeze. And so we've just added our lemon juice, and we're just gonna take some olive oil. I love roasted garlic olive oil. You can use any kind of olive oil you like. There's tons of different flavors. Basil would be great, rosemary, garlic, plain. And just give it a good drizzle. It's probably going to be about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Ish.
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 Chefs never measure, do they?
No.
It's always ish.
It's ish. And just give that a nice stir. And then the last thing we're gonna do is those roasted chickpeas and tomatoes that I pre-did. And we've let these cool down, and we're just gonna add those in carefully so I don't get them all over the floor.
So they use a lot of chickpeas in the Middle East.
But they do.
So were you out of work with COVID?
No, we were open for takeout. First shutdown, we pivoted quite quickly and did some heated home family style meals for people. Because obviously eating out every day is quite an expense. But I know people, we had a huge response. People really wanted to support local businesses, and then last summer when we reopened, we were busy. This fetta's giving me a bit of a problem, so we'll just use a knife. There we go. And you just crumble. And yeah, so the kitchen has been open the entire time.
That's great.
Yeah, doing takeout, pickup, yeah, and then you just top it with some feta. Now, obviously, if someone is doesn't eat dairy or doesn't like cheese, there's vegan dairy options you can
Right.
substitute for that, or just not add it. You don't have to. If you know one of these ingredients you aren't fond of 100%, you can just leave it out. A great addition to the salad would be corn. If you have some leftover corn, some kernel corn just in a can or frozen, throw it in there. Give it a nice little sweet crunch to it. So that's our salad, guys. We want to have a quick little taste.
Sure. It's great how versatile it can be with adding different things in or taking things out.
Absolutely.
So together with this fabulous meal that Jackie's making and that you're making, we have a silent auction for you, and it'll end on Sunday, and we really want you to participate in that. This is one of the ways we support the moms and their babies that come here, and you'll have all the detail on how to do that. So what do we have? What are some of the things we have on offer at the silent auction, Lisa?
Well, we have some great summer barbecue type themed items, including a $250 gift card from the Co-op Home and Garden Center. We also have another co-op gift card that's purchased by Cinch Communications. So the winner of that auction item will actually have $500 they can spend at the Home and Garden Center.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be a great one.
That might even be enough for a barbecue.
It
for
just
someone.
might be, that's right.
Yeah, I understand we have some gift baskets.
We do. We have some summer gift baskets, one from Parkland Nursery, which looks like a great basket full of goodies for you to also have for your summer barbecue.
Uh-huh. And then I understand we have a big cooler.
Yes, we do. It's a huge cooler that Canadian Tire donated to us. You could put all of your summer barbecue stuff in there and then take it somewhere else to have a great picnic.
So that's our auction that's coming up in the next couple of days after this event. It's all part and parcel of the same thing. Fabulous meal and a really steal of a deal.
That's right. And 100% of the proceeds from this event, along with the silent auction, go to support our maternity home programs and our moms and babies in the home.
Lisa, are there any other maternity homes like this in the area in Canada? Or?
There's about 60 pregnancy care centers across Canada, and we are the first of those 60 to open a maternity home program in Red Deer. And there are others that are now following suit
Nice.
to come alongside. Yeah.
Cool.
And just some success stories I'd love to share with you. We celebrate both the little and the big successes for our moms. So we have birthday parties when our babies turn 1 year of age. We have high school graduations and college celebrations. And then we also celebrate our moms when they graduate the program and move out. One of our moms got married about a year ago and has had a second baby since. She keeps in contact with us as well, so that's great. And we have another mom who's actually opened her own business after she completed a program at the Red Deer College. So lots of successes with our moms with graduating and working and having more babies, and we just love to celebrate with them.
Beautiful.
So these facilities here are really magnificent. But what's the big thing that these women really experience when they come here?
Oh, that's a tough question because there's so much. Lots of the women that come to us need a safe place to live. So they may have come from an abusive relationship, they may have been homeless, or when they find out they're pregnant, sometimes they get asked to leave the home that they're currently in. So the biggest thing we provide in the beginning is that safe, stable home where they have nutritious meals and they have all the support that they could ask for during the pregnancy and thereafter.
So I'm watching what Jackie's doing here.
I'm wrapping the corn. So we've just got a little bit of, I just lightly cook this a little bit. Just gets a little crispier then, and then you just add a little bit of olive oil on the corn. You can definitely use butter, season it any way you like, salt and pepper, chili powder, cumin.
So you've actually quickly cooked the corn,
Nope, not the corn, the bacon.
the bacon.
Yeah, the bacon, just so it's little of the fat gets rendered out.
Okay.
And just do a quick wash up here. And I've done this quite a bit at home, the bacon wrap. And if you use just raw bacon, it never gets quite crispy enough
Okay.
on the corn before the corn is inedible. So if you just give it a quick little, I cooked it for about 5 minutes, just renders out a little bit of the fat, and then it gets a little bit more crispy on the corn. And then you just Give it a wrap. Now this can be done on your barbecue. Just wrap them, throw them on the barbecue, about 15 minutes. Flip them every once in a while. You can do it in the oven. That's what we're going to use today. 15-20 minutes. Same thing, give them a little flip. If you're out camping, throw them right into the coals of the fire pit. Best corn you'll ever eat. Guarantee it.
Good. I'll be back to you if it isn't.
All right. And then also we have the roasted sweet potatoes. So we've just chopped up the sweet potato here and seasoned it with some olive oil, some chili powder, some cumin, a little bit of garlic, and they're just going to get popped in the oven, about 350, 375. The sweet potato should take about 20 minutes. You just want them to be al dente, which is basically fork tender. So just like a normal potato, you can just take your fork and put it through, and if your fork goes through it, you're good to go.
Excellent.
Before I came to the maternity home, I was a lot different than to how I am now. It was a bit more cold and withdrawn, sad, like really sad, and I guess I was a entirely different person. It was hard growing up. There were happy moments, but not a lot. There is drugs and alcohol problems. Violence. I remember growing up scared, and it's just hard to grow up like that. We lost my late grandmother. She was the glue holding our family together. And when we lost her, all of us, my 4 uncles and 1 auntie, we each fell into a depression. The depression, it was a lot worse because I had depression before she died. I became the thing that I never wanted to be. I became a bit of an alcoholic. For me, that was just to numb the pain. I had a drug problem. I'm ashamed to admit that. And then I found myself pregnant last October, and I didn't know what to do. I was lost, feeling hopeless, very, very depressed. So yeah. Well, one night when I was at the women's shelter, one of the workers had mentioned the maternity home. And at first they didn't explain it, so yeah, I was curious but hesitant. So I met with one of the client advocates out in Rocky, and so they explained the place. I was given the roles and all that. I looked it over, and then I decided one day I was gonna come here. I was 5 to 6 months pregnant when I first moved to the maternity home. I had definitely gotten a lot of help. The ladies were very helpful, and it was just great having support. I was comfortable enough to be myself. I had less worries. I wasn't withdrawn. I started to open up a lot more with the staff and the girls there. Having a community around me has helped me in so many ways. Definitely made me feel a lot more safer. Helped me in certain areas of learning how to be a good parent for my daughter, as well as some of the staff have definitely helped me with certain medical questions I ask. When I was down on my luck, they know how to make me smile and laugh when they say certain things. I know I can count on them for support. I know I can trust them. What I enjoy most about being part of the maternity home is, I don't know, just making friends, getting to know all the other staff. I like to think that we're definitely a family. Yeah. I enjoy spending time with them. I enjoy learning new things, definitely in the area of cooking. I enjoy playing cards or whatever game that we have. With the support of the maternity home, I would love to accomplish finishing and getting my high school diploma, being able to go to college, and having a promising career. I would also want to be able to be financially stable enough to have a good life for me and my daughter. Phase 2 really excites me because it'd be the first time that I move out. It excites me because I'll have my own space. I can definitely be my own person, I guess. It's a bit nerve-wracking because I'm scared of moving out on my own, but I have a community to turn to. The care center will definitely help me. I can imagine cooking a dinner at one of the counters while Sparrow is just crawling and playing with her toys in the living room. I can imagine having our first Christmas there. Although I probably won't give her crayons till she's hopefully 2 and knows not to draw on the walls or the pillows or anything that's not on paper. For my daughter Sparrow, I have big dreams for her. I want to see her one day graduate high school and go to college. I want to see her grow up loved, knowing that she is loved. I want to see her grow up in a stable home. And generally just what every parent wants for their child. To see them grow up to be able to be confident in themselves as well as doing great at what they love to do.
But back to the important thing.
Yeah, back to the chicken.
What are you up to now?
All right, we have the stuffing. We just sweated the spinach in a little bit of olive oil. Sweating just is throw the raw spinach in. As it starts to wilt, turn the heat off, let it go. Added the feta in there, dill, salt, and pepper. And we're just gonna take our chicken breast and we're gonna butterfly it. All that means is you're just gonna put your hand on it, you're gonna take your knife, and you're just gonna cut it in half. Easy peasy. So you just have a nice big area. Then you're gonna take some of your stuffing and you're just gonna plop it right down in the middle. Just like this. And obviously I'm just doing one, but you would do this to all 4 or however many chicken breasts that you want to do. And then you just pop the lid over top. So once you have your first knot, you're gonna hold your string, cross it, you're gonna take it underneath, run it, and pull. Then you're gonna do that one more time.
You make it look so easy, Jackie.
And then you're just gonna give it a quick tie off. Just like that. Easy peasy. And then that's just gonna get plopped onto, give it a little season, salt and pepper, a little olive oil, onto a baking sheet, and then into the oven. It's probably gonna be about 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. If you have a thermometer, just always make sure that the internal temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit and you're good to go. And that's it. Easy peasy.
Jackie, I want to ask you a very sensitive, personal question.
All right, hit it.
Why should I go to Bo's when there's so many restaurants in Red Deer?
Well, you know what? Bo's has been a great local establishment for 25, going on 26 years now.
Jackie, I hate to say
Oh,
this, but that is not the answer.
That wasn't the right answer. Ian, you should come to Bo's because I'm there.
Ah, ha, ha, you got it. Now, is there any other reason?
You know what? We love supporting local. Obviously, last year and a half's been a little bit different, but in normal times we host pub nights for junior sports, kids in high school or junior high that are going on their trips to, you know, Quebec or France, and have done some local showcases with musicians. We definitely have become an event space with our local music scene, as well as getting bigger names in and tours, which hopefully by the fall we'll be seeing again, which will be super exciting. I know we have booked a few shows that haven't been announced yet, so I can't give any secrets away, but there's some cool things come down the pipeline, so we're pretty excited.
So you didn't answer my question. I want to know about food.
Oh, well, we have the
Food.
best food in
What
Red
do you
Deer.
mean by the best food?
Best food? Well, it's, you know, we are 90% homemade. We make all our own sauces. We make homemade pierogies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably 3 times a week. They're so popular. From scratch. Chicken wings is a big part of Bo's. When we're up and running, we on a Wednesday night sell close to 14,000 pounds of chicken wings.
Wow.
14,000 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 1,400 pounds.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I was getting a little bit over exaggerating there. Yeah, it's just a great place. So I was just wondering, what other services does the center offer?
So our maternity home is in Red Deer, and we also have satellite centers. So we have a center in Olds, one in Rocky Mountain House, Drumheller, and soon to be Stettler. So those other centers offer the other programs that we also offer here in Red Deer, and one of the main ones is called Options Support. So if we have a woman who has experienced an unplanned pregnancy, she might be feeling lonesome or isolated, she might be worried, not sure what to do. So she can come in and chat with us, either online, over the phone, or in person, as the COVID restrictions lift. And we'll just chat with her about the different options available to her, whether it's parenting, placing for adoption, or considering abortion. And regardless of what she chooses, we're there to support her, and she can come back and chat with us as often as she likes.
Yeah, and we also have a support program for men, the dads.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
to help them understand what it means to be a dad 24/7.
Yeah,
Yeah?
That's right. Then
that's important.
we also have a group called STEPS, which is a program for women who have experienced past abuse or trauma, and they're just looking for some support and healing. We walk through a 10-week program with them on that.
Nice.
And we also have grief support. If you lose a baby, have an abortion, you know, we're ready to help a woman deal with that grief.
In any case.
That's right.
That's amazing. This is the grilled pineapple sundae. You can do the pineapple a couple different ways. If you're using the barbecue, just a couple minutes on each side on the barbecue. I've just done it in a frying pan just to give it a little heat. And this is your imagination gets to go wild with this one. Anything you really like. You can use any kind of ice cream you want. I got some blueberry cheesecake ice cream. If you don't want to do dairy, you can get sherbet, you can get vegan ice cream, you can get yogurt, you can do anything you want. You just have to be smarter than the container to open it. And really all you're going to do is you're just going to make a nice ball of ice cream. You're going to plop it down. Want 1 or 2 scoops, Ian?
2 scoops.
All right. That's my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Alright, neat and tidy, Jax. Put that away so it doesn't melt. And then really it's about what you want to put on. So today I got some caramel sauce.
Now we're cooking with gas. Do you know why it's called a sundae?
I don't actually. Do you?
Oh, I know something you don't know about food.
Man, see, you know what? My dad always told me, keep your ears open. You're gonna learn something every day of your life.
So tell us,
So
Ian.
they used to sell these kind of shakes with alcohol in it,
Oh,
but they weren't allowed to, in the States, they weren't allowed to serve alcohol on Sunday.
oh.
And so when it doesn't have alcohol in it, it's called a sundae.
Sunday. So just to recap, we started with the couscous and tomato salad, moved into the feta stuffed chicken with the bacon wrapped corn and the spiced sweet potatoes. One thing you didn't see me do today was the mango salsa. Super easy. It's 5 ingredients. You just dice it up, put some lemon or some lime juice on it. You're good to go. That gets served with your chicken, and then we finished it off with the grilled pineapple sundae, which is really the most fun one because you can do anything you want. Throw some gummies on there, throw fresh fruits, M&Ms, pretzels, anything you want, marshmallows. How can folks out there help with the Central Alberta Pregnancy Care Center?
We're going to put that up on the screen, the details, but I want to say 2 things before we do that.
All right.
One, thank you for coming in and doing this show with
My
us
pleasure.
today.
It's been a great time.
You know, the food's superb, and you are even better, Jackie.
Oh, well, thank you so
It was
much.
so fun to have you here. And then I want to say thank you to every person who joined us on our cook-in today. You know, during COVID, we lost a lot of corporate support, but our donors kept us going very well. And we really appreciate that. You know, we do what we do because of you. You make it happen. And thank you for your support. You're amazing in your generosity. And please come and visit us at the center on 47th Street and have a look around. You'll find friendly, helpful people. And I just need to be very clear. You make it happen with your dollars. Thank you so much.